What's up, guys? It's Max Mosley, and it is Women's History Month. Shout out to all the women making history. It seems like everybody gets their own month. This month it's women because they're underprivileged, I guess. Right? Like Ivanka Trump, very underprivileged woman here. Sargon of Akkad and Kevin Logan got into a beef right here. And Sargon has not properly responded, and I want to know why. Sargon, tell me why. Kevin Logan, hey, Miss Blair White, how come you're blocking peeps? I thought you were all about the free speech and shit. Yeah, that's a good fucking question, Blair White. What about the free speech? Sargon of Akkad, how is blocking people anti-free speech? I'm not even going to try. If so, why don't you condemn SJWs for blocking en masse, Kevin Logan, huh? So I'm not the one hypocritically attacking safe spaces, no platforming, and then blocking. Oh, shut. Fucking fired. Sargon, what do you got to say to that? So I got something to say here. If so, why don't you condemn SJWs for blocking en masse? He doesn't have to fucking do that because they're against free speech. We already know why they block en masse. We already know why the owners of their companies, Twitter, I'm looking at you, block en masse. Blocked Gab today. Yeah, they did. But fake news Breitbart is the only people to talk about it. Apparently some other people. And then magically their Twitter came back online. Look at how many, look at this. 2 replies, 5 retweets, 20 likes. They only have 25,000 followers and just got banned. And then shadow ban. But, you know. He doesn't have to, Sargon. He does not have to do that in any way. He is asking you to be consistent. How is blocking people anti-free speech? So, Sargon, there's nothing hypocritical about criticizing safe spaces and blocking someone. So you're claiming now that one of the criticisms of Shive's blocking was not wanting a safe space? He's not the one arguing for free dialogue, free duologue, and the being unable to take criticism. That is true. Steve Shives is not, and that's why I never thought I'd like a fucking Kevin Logan tweet. For real? I've watched enough Bearing to not fuck with Kevin Logan, but I gotta like him on this one because he's just challenging your consistency. And where did you go? Where did you go, my Sargon? Logan looks like he smells bad. Charmingly cynical, my boy Logan looks like he smells bad. Sick burn, did you come up with that all by yourself? You didn't come up with this reply all by yourself, but I liked it anyway. Mad Agrar? No, your cat told him. Okay, alright, something about a cat. All the friends sing the smelly cat. Both are bad, Sargon. The only time to block is when you're receiving threats. I agree with that. But just because I agree with that doesn't mean Sargon has to agree with that. It's his own personal reasoning, but he should be consistent. So is he being consistent? Let's see if we can find any more reasoning here. Although blocking is like walking away, instead of setting stuff on fire. That's why I like that. I don't believe I've ever set anything on fire that wasn't mine. Not a comforting argument. This country is yours. Well, it's impractical to set fire to an entire nation. Is it? Has Constantinople ever been on fire? I mean, that wasn't the entire nation, but it was basically like a city-state. Like, pretty much everything else was just kind of satellite. But Constantinople was the fucking place to be. Constantinople is the place to be. Is this a bizarre attempt to rebrand free speech as mandatory listening? Boom! That's a good question. Because you do not have to listen to someone. Just because you're a pro-free speech, part of your speech can be, I want to disassociate with you and keep that person away from you. Thought I was about to go into rap. Well, I wasn't. Kevin, the man who blocked me for pointing out how much of a hypocrite he was. And you know what? I like that too because Kevin, I've seen on Bearing, he can be a hypocrite, but all of us can be a fucking hypocrite. We have to acknowledge it every now and then. Remind ourselves how humble we are. Blocking is for babies. I don't know why I said that in a Kennedy accent. That was a horrible Trump. Blocking is for babies. Fuck you. You know, this Trump picture here. The people whining about free speech seem to have forgotten about freedom of association. Good fucking point, Sean. Freedom of association. The freedom to stay the fuck back away from me, dude. I don't want to fuck with you. And people should have the ability to do that. And they do have the ability to do that. The difference is when Sargon is making a video, he's not forcing it down someone's throat. That is not a direct form of communication. A video is an indirect form of communication because you choose to watch it. Now, unless you're getting your eyes fucking ripped open, like at the end of Clockwork Orange, then that would be different. That would be a different case. But no one is peeling your eyes back and making you watch a Sargon of Akkad video or tweet. And especially not a tweet because we know they're gassing the fucking jokes. We know they're doing that. We know it. The gas and Gab. Gab got gassed. Gab, I'm going to make an account on Gab. You should too. Help them grow so they can get more revenue. I did not mean to rhyme that. So I think I'm through with... Fuck. Fuck. Okay. Oof. That was a good oof. So, and I have one other point here, Sargon, and that is why I'm okay with you being okay with blocking people and why it's different, because freedom of association, it's an individual right. Sargon is mainly arguing for the ability to have free speech in public spaces, publicly shared spaces, say the great commons of the internet, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, these great frontiers of social change. And I think social media has become a public utility. I think the evidence for that is the fact that we get most of the information about her father from his direct tweets to the American people, whether they're bullshit or not. And isn't it funny how the media's... I like this. You like this? I like this. It's like it's dumb. And the only reason, honestly, why they like Trump right now is because he is doing what the deep state wants him to do. He is trying to stick the dick in Iran and Syria too, probably. We'll see. I hope he doesn't. I think we need to stay the fuck away from Iran, but that's not part of the point. The point is, it's a public utility. It needs to be treated as a public utility. It's theory. As anything. We make laws based on theory. We have a theory that sex with someone under 18 years old is bad. That's a theory. It's a very good theory based on a lot of science and evidence on how people's brain develops. In some countries in Europe, it's lower. Like Germany, it's like fucking like 14 or something age of consent. That is, I think a regular person can find is ridiculous, Milo. So their essential public service should be regulated by the government. Do I think that they should be regulated? I think they should be held to the standards that they must offer constitutional protections and not be treated as an individual person. Twitter is not Jack Dorsey. Twitter is the great commons of the internet, and it should be treated as such, not as Jack Dorsey's personal website, because when you get right down to it, all websites are basically the fucking same. You fucking make a little login, you fucking write your little comments, and you fucking send it to people all over the world. What fucking website doesn't do that? It's all the same. They differ in scope and features and innovations and stuff. And apparently Twitter's been taking stuff from Gab and not letting Gab talk shit on them. Should they be allowed to talk shit on Gab? Well, maybe Gab wants to be that public utility. And they're not saying anything offensive by just reporting the truth, shadow banning on Twitter, confirm real. Remember when the media was like, where's my proof? Right here, we're taking action to limit certain account functionality, which is exactly what happened to Gab. Would you consider a beluga whale cute? I fucking would. Yes. See, look. They're allowed to talk about Pizzagate. Oh, God forbid. God forbid. So, Gab, military men are just dumb, stupid animals to be used as pawns in foreign policy. Henry Kissinger, what a great guy. What a great guy. So, Sargon, you have been exposed by Max Mosley in the great meme war. Sayonara. Bye. I said bye. I don't know what to fucking say. Done.